unequivocally you can say no?
Look, again, you want to find something. I've not knowingly done anything to do that, no.
North Korea's foreign minister addresses the UN General Assembly tomorrow. Last night, he described President Trump's threat to totally destroy his country as the sound of a dog barking. You're listening to ABC News.
Prices are for base buildings only. Do not include windows, doors, or accessories. The economic recovery we've all been waiting for is finally here. Stocks are soaring, and construction spending across America has been on the rise. If you've been waiting to build, the time is now. Whether you want to expand your business or you want to build a new garage, call General Steel today at 888-98 Steel. Our metal building kits bolt together quickly and are custom designed for your needs. For example, a 40x60 is a great space for an auto shop, RV and camper storage, or 3-car garage. And if you call General Steel today, it's on sale now for under $25,000. Or imagine a 50x100 clear span building for under $40,000. Suitable for the booming warehousing industry, manufacturing facilities, or a church sanctuary. That's 5,000 square feet for $8 or less per foot. Call 888-98 Steel. 888-98 Steel. With construction in high demand, this special pricing won't last long. Call to lock your building price today. Call 888-98 Steel. That's 888-987-8335.
President Trump said this week he had made a decision on whether to stick with the Iran nuclear deal, but he isn't saying what that decision is. Last night on the sidelines of the UN, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said Iran isn't living up to the expectations of the agreement.
They have aggressively developed and tested ballistic missiles in defiance of UN Security Council Resolution 2231, thereby threatening the security of the United States.
Tillerson says Britain's Prime Minister Theresa May asked President Trump to share his decision with her, but he said no. Well, another day, another hack, this one at the Securities and Exchange Commission.
The hack of an SEC filing system was uncovered in 2016. Now Chairman Jay Clayton saying that a cybersecurity review of that system showed it had a software vulnerability and that it's possible that vulnerability was used to make illegal profits. In a statement on the SEC website, Clayton says that the software was patched quickly after it was discovered. No explanation of why the hack was not revealed when it was discovered last year, but the SEC says it's continuing to investigate the breach and its possible consequences and is coordinating with the proper authorities. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Worshippers celebrating the Jewish New Year at an historic synagogue in Washington, D.C. last night got a surprise visit from Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She appeared before them and said her faith makes her more empathetic to other minority groups that have been, in her words, picked on. This is ABC News.
We discovered that my daughter was using drugs. We were really at a loss. We'd been told by so many people to kick her out, to use tough love. You can't take a one-size-fits-all approach to substance use disorders. They're all different. You are the only one that knows your child. It's a slow process, and although it hasn't been perfect, she's not using drugs anymore, we're really hopeful. We're all in recovery from this disease.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org, a message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
You know, Oakland Feed and Seed can prepare you for whatever season comes along. Deer plot mix, corn on the cob, whole corn just $6.99, deer apples, corn and peanut mix, plenty of ammunition in all gauges and millimeters. Meanwhile, keep in mind Oakland Feed and Seed is a propane refill station, new and used tanks for sale. Get what you need in fast-acting lime at 10-10-10 premium fertilizer, only $8.99. 17-17-17 premium, $13.99 for the 50-pound bag. And don't forget Man's Best Friend, 50-pound bag, $14.99, and dog kennels, 10x10x6, only $189.99. Hey, if Oakland Feed and Seed don't have it, give them a chance to get it for you. Shopping at hometown Oakland Feed and Seed on Oakland Road, Spindale is a family tradition.
Temperatures a little bit above normal for this time of year, but not too crazy. Certainly it has been and certainly could be a lot worse. Look for a low tonight in the mid to upper 60s with a few widely scattered showers and thunderstorms winding down through the evening hours. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, should be around 80 by lunchtime, mid to perhaps upper 80s for the afternoon. Slim chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. Mid 80s for highs on Friday with a slight chance of an afternoon storm as well. I'm meteorologist Nate Johnson in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
And of course, those chances of thunderstorms are just very, very slight chances of thunderstorms. That extended forecast for Saturday, sunshine, highs around 85. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's the same. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Maybe just a slight passing isolated shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. Daytime highs each day around 85. Overnight lows around 65 degrees. 6 minutes past 7 o'clock and 64 degrees at AM 59. It is time now for our morning obituaries. Randy Eugene Rash, 66, of Spindale, passed away on Monday. A native of Alexander Mills, retired maintenance worker for the public school system. Funeral services will be today at 2 at the Fellowship Holiness Church. Burial will follow at the church cemetery. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory Services is in charge of the arrangements for Randy Eugene Rash. Penny Harden, 65, of Forest City, died Monday at Nana's Assisted Living Center. Born in Trenton, New Jersey. Funeral services are at 2 o'clock tomorrow at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Burial will follow in the Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service at the funeral home. Memorial donations are respectively requested to be made to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital at 501 St. Jude Place, Memphis, Tennessee, 38105. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services is in charge of the arrangements for Penny Harden. Joseph Richard Randall Sr., 74, died Tuesday evening at Rutherford Regional, a native of Rutherford County, a graduate of Chase High School, class of 61. Visitation for the family will be on Saturday from 11:30 until 1 at Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside. Services will be at 1 o'clock in the chapel of Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside. Burial will be in the Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. The family is requesting that in lieu of flowers, memorials to be made to the Cliffside Baptist Church Prayer Garden at 220 North Main Street, Cliffside, North Carolina, 28024 in Joe's memory. Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside is in charge of the arrangements for Joseph Richard Randall Sr. James J.T. Pruitt, 77, of Ballstick, died Friday, September the 8th at Hospice House. He was a member of the Cherry Mountain Baptist Church. The family is planning a memorial service to be held at 6 o'clock Saturday at the Cherry Mountain Baptist Church. Visitation will be at the church from 5 until 6 prior to the service. Memorials may be made to Hospice of Rutherford County at Post Office Box 336, Forest City, North Carolina, 28043. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Services is in charge of the arrangements for James J.T. Pruitt. These are our morning obituaries. You can hear these and other complete obituaries as they come in throughout the morning as part of the midday obituary report at around 11:35, and then again this afternoon just after 5 o'clock as part of the afternoon call-around report. We've got Rush Limbaugh coming up next.
So Mrs. Clinton is promoting her book in Washington this week, and on Monday she urged federal workers to stay in their government jobs while Trump is in office. Stick it out, she said. She's talking about jobs, not something else, because the tide has to turn. Democrats will be in charge again one day, she said. She criticized Trump's supposed contempt for what federal workers know and what they've done, and for ignoring their advice. I don't want us to lose the decades. Really, if you added it up, the thousands of years of experience in the EPA, in the State Department, the Labor Department, in a lot of the places being targeted by Trump, Hillary said. Mrs. Clinton, Americans know all too well what big government bureaucrats have done to their lives and their businesses and their country. That's one reason Trump was elected, to drain the swamp of the thousands of years of collective inertia that you and your husband and Obama kept in these government agencies. You see, Hillary sees these deep state bureaucrats as pawns that she and other liberals can use to thwart the will of the voters even when Democrats lose the White House. That's all the more reason to thin out this herd and downsize the oversized federal swamp and then keep Hillary out of it forever so she can't build it back up. It is an honor and privilege to own land. Caring for land has its own cost. So my good friends at Mahindra are lessening the burden on landowners by offering the biggest savings of the year during the Mahindra inventory clearance sale. That's right, you can enjoy special cash back and savings on the toughest tractors and utility vehicles on Earth. And every penny you save on your Mahindra can be invested right back into your land. It's really the most affordable way to care for the land you love. Get a new tractor or UTV at a rock-bottom price, plus the industry's best warranty. It's a win-win. So get your work done, America, and learn more about inventory clearance savings on the world's #1 selling tractor at MahindraUSA.com.
Take advantage of rock-bottom prices and test drive a Mahindra today at East Rutherford Equipment in Ellenboro, or visit eastrutherfordequipment.com. That's eastrutherfordequipment.com.
Stop into Save-A-Lot Grocery and save big money every day. Choose from a variety of name brand merchandise at incredible low prices. Save big on fresh meats, vegetables, pastries, frozen foods, deli items, and so much more. They are located in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale.
You know, for over 65 years, millions of satisfied customers have trusted Miracle Ear. There's no better respected or well-known brand in hearing aids than Miracle Ear. Lisa Terry is our local specialist, and she loves her patients, and her patients love Lisa. Most insurance plans are accepted. Financing is available. Schedule your free hearing test today. You may not think you have a hearing loss, but you never know until you get your hearing checked. And you can learn the facts about the Miracle Ear Genius 2.0. You can make an appointment at the Forest City office at 1512 West Main Street by calling 1-828-368-4126. Or if you'd rather go to the Shelby office, they're at 1506-2 East Dixon Boulevard, 1-704-750-0215. Miracle Ear.
Roman Nose was a Northern Cheyenne warrior chief. Now, obviously, Roman Nose was not his real name. It came from his nose looking that of a Roman emperor. His Indian name was the Bat. Standing 6'3" and weighing 230 pounds, Roman Nose presented a formidable target as he led the charge against enemies. Yet he emerged unscathed each time. His powers came from a magical war bonnet. It was painted black from a tree struck by lightning. On the side was the skin of a kingfisher that made any bullet wound close instantly as the water closes when the kingfisher dives into it. A bat was on top so that he could fight safely at night. But there were taboos. Among them was that Roman Nose should not eat food served with a metal utensil. Unknowingly, on September 16, 1868, Roman Nose ate some food that had been taken from a pot with a metal fork. The next day, he and his warriors were to battle against the military. Because he broke a taboo, Roman Nose didn't join his warriors in battle. Although the military was greatly outnumbered, they held their own because they had fast-firing Spencer rifles. During the battle, one of his braves chided Roman Nose for not leading his men in battle. Roman Nose decided to enter the battle, saying, "I know that I shall be killed today." And true to his words, Roman Nose was mortally wounded on September 17, 1868. Whether the headdress, the taboos, had magical powers or not can be debated. What is not debated is that if a person believes something strong enough, it will come true. You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
It's 16 minutes past 7 o'clock, and we start the call-around portion of our morning report. And we start first with the Sheriff's Department, and we have the Sheriff with us this morning. Good morning, Sheriff. Good morning, Sheriff. You there?
I am. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you are. Just heard you for the first time, though.
Okay. One more button to push.
There you go.
Missed you at the fair last night. We were hoping to get you to find you there somewhere and get you over to talk to us last night.
Well, I'm sorry. I hope you'll be there tonight. I was at church last night. I was at the fair Tuesday night. I'll be back at the fair tonight.
Well, I don't think I can handle going back tonight again and come back in at 4 o'clock in the morning again.
You gotta be tough.
Oh, I know. About Monday, I'll be back. I'll be in a big routine. It takes me a couple of days to get into this routine.
I understand.
What you got to report this morning?
In the last 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has responded to 114 calls for service. There have been 16 arrests processed at county jail. Currently incarcerated, we have 189. Among those arrests, Aaron William Owensby, 19-year-old white male of Flat Rock, was charged with breaking and entering, larceny, damage to property, and received a $30,000 secure bond. Derek Alexander Davis, a 32-year-old white male of Forest City, was charged with failure to appear and received a $2,000 secure bond. William Waylon Clemens, a 37-year-old white male of Spindale, was charged with failure to appear and received a $500 secure bond. Staley Debris Gibbs, a 32-year-old white female of Boston, was charged with failure to appear and received a $500 secure bond. Lucy Farron Hopper, 30-year-old white female of Mill Springs, was charged with 2 counts of failure to appear and received a $500 secure bond. Sarah Elizabeth Odell, 24-year-old white female of Mooresboro, was charged with failure to comply and received a $550 secure bond. Pablo Alexander Gonza, 34-year-old black male from Forest City, was charged with sex offender in a protected area, received a $2,000 secure bond. Tracy Eugene Trotter, 48-year-old white male of Mooresboro, charged with assault on a female, will see a district court judge for bond. Among our incidents, we had a breaking and entering larceny on East Park Road in Ellenboro. Prescription medication was taken, as well as a microphone valued at $1,000 and 2 watches valued at $40. We also had a misdemeanor larceny on Rock Road in Ruston, where a tag was taken, PBN 6375, and that was a North Carolina registration plate. Again, PBN 6375. And Lou, that's what we had to report today.
Well, that's not too bad, but we've seen better days.
There you go.
Slower days.
There you go. A couple of reports is not too bad, but a pretty good bit of rest.
Yeah. That's the main thing.
There you go.
Well, Sheriff, you have a great day, and we'll be talking to you next week.
Thank you very much, Lou.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for a city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
Well, now at the Washburn store, just in time for fall, they've got the dried apples, they've got the dried peaches, they've got the Pointer overalls. If they don't have the size that you need, they can order the size for you. They always have in stock that delicious Wisconsin hoop cheese. They always have local honey. They've got a big selection of canning supplies, so they've got you set for fall and getting all of your bounty out of your garden and ready to get it in the freezer. That's at the Washburn store in the Washburn community. And from the Sheriff's Department, we go to 911, and this morning we've got Scott on the phone with us this morning. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
We're doing good.
Good. What you got to report this morning?
Okay, in the past 24 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 communications has processed 515 911 and administrative calls, which consisted of 45 for EMS, 21 for rescue, 114 for the Sheriff's Office, 70 for Forest City Police, 6 for Lake Lore, 18 for Rutherford, 62 for Spindale. And under fire called, Ellenboro responded to a motor vehicle accident. Forest City responded to a motor vehicle accident. Hudlow, SDO, and Shingle Hollow also responded to motor vehicle accidents. And Union Mills also responded to a motor vehicle accident. That's all we've got for today.
Scott, thank you. I hope you'll have a great day, slow day, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton. As we move on around the county, we head to the SDO area and check in with Ruby Taylor. Good morning, Ruby.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm okay.
Good. What you got to report this morning?
Well, the fire department had one call, and it was to a vehicle accident. And on my birthday calendar, I've got Reese Tate, Cindy Wilkerson, and Erica Phillips having birthdays. Hope they have a nice day. And the signs are in the rains today and going to the Secrets tomorrow. And that's all I've got, Lou.
All righty, Ruby. You keep everything quiet down in your area, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, thanks. And bye.
Bye-bye. Well, you know, people in this part of the South love to do business with folks that grew up here, invested their businesses here, raised their children here, and folks that live close by and will take care of you after the sale. Now, I know that's a lot of the reasons why Southern Carpet has done so well over the years. In addition to offering quality material and workmanship, since 1993, Gerald and Lynn Toney have set out to be the best they can be in the carpet and floor covering business, above board in all transactions, give an honest and fair deal. They brought their son Clayton into the business with the same work ethic, work hard, treat people fair, and sell good merchandise. That's the success behind Southern Carpet and Floor Covering in Forest City on West Main Street, right across from North State Gas Company. You can call them at 245-0310, visit their website at southerncarpet.net, and visit them on Facebook. It's time to move up to the Rumbling Bald area, I believe. Waiting on Todd to get that phone in. We're being kind today to Teresa Hayes. She's a registered nurse. She's 60 today, lives in Rutherfordton. If you know Teresa, wish her a very, very happy birthday. Time to move up to the SDO area, and I think we got Steve on the phone. Is that you?
You do.
I do.
Yeah. So we're here, Rumbling Bald this morning, getting ready to. They got some small tournaments going on, and we're just trying to get our feet on the ground here to get things going. It's been relatively quiet on the activity front for the last 24 hours. We're not as many folks coming in and fewer things going wrong. We did have a power outage last night for about 3.5 hours, I believe it was.
Know what caused it?
And some folks didn't get power. I was just told while we were talking until this morning early. They had some transformers, I think, blew on Buffalo Creek Road, and I don't know what took so long, but nevertheless, for about 3 hours we were without power. Well, I think the gatehouse here, we were lucky, but some of the other folks were not. And it's still warm outside, so I'm sure people were getting antsy. I saw some of the chatter on Facebook. I said, uh-oh. So I called the gate, actually. That's how I found out by seeing the chatter on Facebook. But, I think everything should be back to normal now for everyone. So we'll probably have some folks sleeping in late this morning because of that. All the uncomfortable issues from last night. I did have an announcement to make. There's a country breakfast sponsored by the White House Community Center this Saturday, and it's going to begin at 7 a.m. till it's going to last about 10 a.m. They're on Painters Gap Road at their community center, and they got the full meal deal that they always offer. Then it's always very good. I get a lot of reports of never heard of anybody coming away dissatisfied. So good to eat. This Saturday morning at 7 a.m. at Pennis Gap Road.
If the power goes off like that, can they go jump in the pool to get cooled off?
Well, I'll tell you what. We got the alternate, the big body of water over here, the lake. That's what
So
we
in other words, go jump in the lake.
Well, there's very few times we could tell people to go jump in the lake.
And that's one of them.
Yeah. Why don't you just go jump in the lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go cool yourself off.
Yeah, exactly. And, well, it is real cold. That water is ice cold. But nevertheless, yeah, that's our instant cool down plan. But it's I don't think many people take advantage of that opportunity. So even the fishing's going down a little bit. Don't see as many people fishing out here right now. But nevertheless, a lot of activities going on with this golf. Folks are starting to. September's a big month, and so is October for us in those areas. The outdoor activities, and featuring specifically golf, of course.
Now, when will your summertime folks start packing up and heading back to wherever they're from?
Well, they individually they're different, but some have already gone, and some will be leaving maybe in November. Some people will stay here till the leaf season's done. So it's not like a big movement. It's a few here, a few there kind of thing.
Some of those that come up from Florida may not wind up going back. May not have nothing to go back to.
Well, yeah. In fact, our new sales director is supposed to come today, but he's supposed to be here 2 weeks ago. He has a home in Naples, so that tells you a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's got some stories to tell. But yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, Florida, isn't as hot or as great a place to be for some folks now, and I can understand that. Sure isn't for me, so I'm glad to be up here.
Me too. Well, Steve, you have a good day, and we'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I told my friend about Olmsted Plumbing, and boy, was she happy.
What did she have to say?
I told her to call 245-7302, and they would get right out there.
And did she say she would
I told her to ask around. Homeowners, builders, and everybody likes Olmsted. Eric and Chad Olmsted and their team understand the homeowners' needs, and I like that.
They have an inventory of replacement parts and specialized equipment and tools for any job.
I told her that, too.
Well, what was that number again?
245-7302. That's 245.
Yeah, I got it. 245-7302. Olmsted Plumbing.
We're coming up on 7:30, and it's time to head to the Mount Vernon area and check in with Bob Hodge. Morning, Bob.
Well, good morning, Lou.
How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm mighty fine up here this morning.
Well, good.
Oh, hope you're doing good this morning.
I am. I'm still trying to get awake. We did the remote from the fair last night, and by the time you get home and you try to wind down, before you know it, clock's going off at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I know how it is there when you walk around, you get excited and all that, and then you can't go to sleep, and then it's time to get up again. So.
Well, I pretty much just sit there and run my mouth all night long.
Well, that's all right. But how was everything last night down there?
I didn't get up and walk around. Tracy and Stuart did, and Todd's family went around, and I didn't get up. I just stayed with the remote equipment and worked the remote. Todd and I mostly just stayed there. But everybody, they said that the food was delicious, and they had some things that they'd not had before. So they had some fried pickles and just a lot of good stuff.
Well, that's good to have a good crowd last night.
Yeah, there was a real good crowd. When we got there about 5:30ish, I think it was. There wasn't anybody there hard. Well, not where we parked, but by the time we were getting ready to leave, that whole bottom field, it was full of cars.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to get out to leave, ain't it? It takes you a while, but to get out of the parking place and back to the road. So, but I'm glad they're having good crowds. Been good weather for it, all that, so been nice. And Lou, up here in our territory, it's been pretty quiet there. We had one vehicle accident call on Whiteside Road, and then we had a couple of medical calls, and that's about it with the fire department. So things are running along good up here this morning, and look like we're going to have another warm day there. And today's the last day of summer, so tomorrow's the first day of fall. So
yes, it is.
yeah, maybe we'll get a little cooler weather here before too long, but according to the weather, looks like it's going to be up in the 80s about up to end of next week. So, but it'll cool off for long there, and we'll have them fall temperatures coming in.
Well, when that last hurricane that came through, remember it got really muggy, really hot, and then the hurricane came up through Florida, and once it passed us, it was really nice, kind of cool, and then it got hot again. And
yeah, it was real cool there the first of the month there, first couple of weeks there of September, but warmed up a little now, but it'll get back to fall here for too long. But Lou, you take care and you have a good day over there, and I'll be talking to you later.
All righty, have a good day.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697.
7:33, and time to check in with Sue Price. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm kind of glancing over to the TV. They're going back and forth between hurricane mess and earthquake in Mexico. Yeah, that's.
Oh, it's all terrible.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for those people. Be a long time before it gets straightened out. We just live in a really good place.
Yeah, we do. We're not so close to the ocean that we get bothered by the hurricanes. Of course, we do probably sometimes get thunderstorms and whatever off of it, but
yeah,
we don't get a lot of heavy, bad snowstorms, ice storms. Once in a while, we might get one, but
we hope we at least get some snow this winter.
Yeah, I wish we just have a winter. We didn't even have a good winter last year. It was already summertime in February.
No.
Everything started blooming out.
It did, and all the insects and stuff lived right through it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And then we had that little freaky snow on that Saturday morning. Everybody kept saying, no, it's not. No, it's not. Well, it did. After the temperature had been in the 70s, it snowed.
We don't ever know about the weather. Just take what comes.
Yeah.
I got 62 degrees this morning to start with, so it's nice out there, and it's going to be a pretty day. I'm glad we're having good weather for the fair this year. Some years they lose a lot on it.
Either a hurricane goes through or heavy rain or something messes them up.
Well, let's see. I didn't have any calls from the fire department. Sounds like all the rest of them had wrecks. People need to be more careful. It's just, you just never know when you get out now what's going to happen. People,
you know what it is, don't you?
Carelessness and phones.
Cell phones.
Yeah. Texting and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody you pass has got one in their ear or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Well, pulling out of Walmart, right, going through that turning lane, Cell phone. Stuck to their ear. You can sit there and count 10 cars going through, and out of the 10, 8's got a cell phone stuck to their ear.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, you need to be more careful. Try to watch what you're doing out there. It's too dangerous. Got no birthdays on my church calendar or my personal calendar for today. Fairview's got a birthday for Hannah Smith, so I hope Hannah's going to have a good day today. And First Broad's got a birthday for McKinney Miller, so happy birthday to those folks. And anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary, we hope they have a good day today. Bostic area yard sale, Saturday, September 23rd, 8 to 1 at the Bostic Lincoln Center on the Green. And you can reserve your space by calling 828-245-9800. Provide your own table, and your $5 donation benefits the building fund. The center will be open, and there will be a bake sale and coffee. So come on out and enjoy the yard sale. Pick you up some treasures and get you something in the bake sale, and have a cup of coffee, and tour the Lincoln Center. Find out where Abraham Lincoln was born, here in Bostic. The 55th Annual Gaddis Reunion will be Sunday, October 1st, starting at 1 p.m. at Duncan's Creek Presbyterian Church. So all you Gaddises, get ready for that. They always have a good crowd and have a good time together. Come on out and bring a covered dish, picnic basket, have some good food and fellowship with the Gaddis family. And let's see, the Community Revival coming up at Sunshine School, 24th through the 28th, 6 p.m. on the 24th and 7 p.m. 25th through the 28th. Reverend Aaron Cosby will be the speaker, so come out and enjoy the revival. He's a wonderful preacher. We enjoyed him last year, and glad to have him back. And so far, I guess that's the only announcements I have, Lou. It's just quiet and calm over this way, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one.
You too soon. We'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hot temperatures on the highway can be brutal on your automobile. RS Speedy Lube is there to help keep your automobile running clean. Keep the oil changed regularly. They'll check the fluids and vacuum the car. Next door, get the service you need on brakes, radiator, exhaust, CV joints, and radiator flush. RS Service Center also includes service on big trucks and campers. For the best car wash, it's the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash. RS Speedy Lube Service Center is a complete service center inside, outside, and down under Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
Being kind today to Teresa Hayes. She's from Rutherfordton, 60 today, a retired nurse. If you know Teresa, wish her a very, very happy birthday. It's time to head up Union Mills. Say morning, Brenda Kelly. Morning, Brenda.
Good morning. How are you, fire-going lady?
Super duper. How about you?
I'm fine on this. Let's see, it's a tremendous Thursday, isn't it?
Yep.
So you seen a lot of people at the fair?
Yeah, there's a good many people there. There really, really was. We were when I left that area, that field down where we were. I don't know how to explain Ellenborough School.
Yeah.
But when you went on up the road, there's another parking area, and then there were where people were parked, just kind of pulled in to look like where teachers used to park, maybe close to the building that way. Cars lined up that way, so there was quite a crowd there last night.
Well, that's good.
To be a school night Wednesday, middle of the week.
Yeah, 'cause that's a church night. So
yeah.
That was good that people got out and went. So glad everybody had a good time. I'm supposed to go tomorrow night. Get me a funnel cake. I hope it'll be better than the one I got at the Apple Festival.
Oh man, I took it back and told them give me another one.
I was done way up, and I just throwed it in the trash. I ate a little bit of it and throwed it in the trash, so that was all right. But things like that happen. They may have had somebody new working the thing where they cook them.
Yeah, or grease might not have been hot enough, or just got in a hurry.
Well, that's true too. Yeah. That's right. So, but we hope everybody's having a good day today. I've got 60 degrees on the front porch. I don't have but one birthday today, and that's Donald Crawford. And on Round Hill, I don't have any. So we hope these people have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcements, we got a country breakfast buffet Saturday, September the 23rd, from 7 to 10 a.m. This will be at the White House Community Center on Painters Gap Road in Union Mills. Adults is $6. Children 6 to 12 is free, and under 6 free. And they've got all kind of good stuff to eat. Also, you need to get your tickets for your prime rib dinner. This will be Saturday, October the 21st. 5 to 8 p.m. The price is $13.50. You get prime rib, mashed potatoes, corn, green beans, roll, beverage, and a huge assortment of desserts. Then Saturday, the 23rd, they're going to have an all-class reunion and community event. Starts at 3:30 p.m. at the Old Gilpy School Community Center. They'll have barbecue plates and sandwiches and music, raffle drawing at 6 p.m. Then we got a yard and bake sale. This is on the inside with air conditioning. September the 30th, 7 o'clock to 12 noon. You can rent a table for $5 each. You can set up on Friday evening from 5 to 6. This is at the Union Mills Community Development Club on Hudlow Road in Union Mills. For information, you can call 287-5842 or 287-3502. And other than that, I don't have nothing.
Sounds like you got a lot.
Well, yeah, but I can't get used to saying Union Mills Community Development Club. I've just always, years ago, it was just the clubhouse at Union Mills, and that's what it's hard for me to say all that development club and all that.
Have they changed it from, is that not still the same Union Mills Community Center? Is that not the same thing?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's here it says Union Mills Community Development Club, but it's on Hudlow Road in the curve right there, right across from the Presbyterian Church. Yeah. I know years ago when I first met Donald, we went to the square dances up there. It was called Union Mills Clubhouse. But
that's sweet.
And I still want to say Union Mills Clubhouse.
Hey, we'll always say what we're used to saying.
That's right.
Can't get out of habits.
That's it. It's hard to break old habits, ain't it?
That's right.
But that's all I got going on, Luke.
All right, Brenda, we'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304.
Well, the phone lines are open, 287-3356, to get your birthdays and anniversaries in. Todd's out there, and he's not doing anything right now, so call him up and get your birthday and or anniversary called in. And somebody's going to be receiving a dozen Daylight Donuts from Granny B's. 15 minutes before 7 o'clock, and we had a little trouble getting in touch with Herman, so we went on to Luther. Good morning, Luther.
Good morning. Had no trouble getting Luther.
Yeah, we getting to Herman. I don't know what it is with these darn phone lines going in his direction.
Yeah, down there, the phone lines are all messed up down there. Too far out of town.
Yeah.
Not too far. Middleburg. Lived in Middleburg wouldn't have that problem. We have time down here. But it's a quiet morning here. It seems peaceful, calm. Well, I see the fire department are out on call now, so other than that, they had one call yesterday, and they were good. Didn't have anything last night. And but we just went to the fair last night and had a good time up there. And I got on a sugar high. I think I'm still on it. That's right. I get off about next week one day and get all the sugar worked out.
Well, I didn't see you. You probably didn't. You must not have come down about where we were.
You didn't get to the right food stand, evidently.
No, we weren't near the food. We were, well, yeah, we were near where the country ham biscuits were being cooked. That was boy, that was a good smell.
Yeah, that was a good place to be. The biscuits were good.
They smell good.
That's where you at.
Yeah,
they did taste good. Taste good too.
Mm.
I had one of. Of course, I had several other things too, but you know.
Of course.
It was all good. They said I had a piece of cake, and I had a piece of pie, and I had a funnel cake, and I had a hot dog, and I had a drink, and I had ice cream, and I had the ham biscuits.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Didn't get the barbecue last night, but I'll get some tonight. Don't think I'll get a turkey leg though. That looks like that's a lot of meat there for me to have to eat one time.
Yeah, I think the chicken wings would be about perfect for me. They're just those little chicken wings.
Yeah, but if I eat that, I won't be able to get in that extra piece of cake. Needs a piece of cake. But it's a good time. I said, won't we have birthday day? Says he's seen the Guppies having one, and George Green is having a birthday today, and Judy and Melvin McCurry over in Eastwood Village, they're having a wedding anniversary today. And also John and Betty Harrell over, they're having a wedding anniversary today. So hope these people all have a great day and enjoy their day. And nothing else going on up here. You have a great day up there. We'll talk to you later.
All righty, Luther. You have a great one and be careful.
All right, take care now.
You too. Bye-bye. Well, like I said, get your birthdays and anniversaries called in, 287-3356. And in just a few minutes, we'll be giving away that dozen Daylight Donuts from Granny B's.
It's a for sure thing. Sisk Family Ford in Forest City is earning a quality reputation for offering an attractive inventory of new and used cars and trucks. If you want a new Ford truck, you'll be a smart shopper to let Sisk Family Ford quote you a deal. From a car for the newlywed to the car for the large family, let the Sisk Family Company help your family get the best deal. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Do want to take a second to thank all of our sponsors last night who helped make the live remote broadcast from the Colfax Fair or the Ellenboro Free Fair possible. Pool Supplies Unlimited, Forest City Fish Camp, East Rutherford Equipment, Horns Tire and Auto Service, and today's Kitchen and Bath Cabinetry. Thanks to all of these folks who helped make the remote possible. And go by Pool Supplies, Forest City Fish Camp, East Rutherford Equipment, Horns Tire, and today's Kitchen and Bath, and tell them thank you for helping to make that broadcast a success. If you suffer from foot or ankle pain, you should know there's advanced care available to you right here in Rutherford County. Dr. Jason Glover of Rutherford Orthopedics is the only fellowship-trained foot and ankle surgeon in our region. Now, what does that mean for you? It means a greater level of expertise that comes through advanced studies and research. You have options when it comes to foot and ankle care. So, learn more. Visit www.myrutherfordregional.com/orthopedics.
That's really something to crow about. It's the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's in Spindale. Get yours today. While they're fresh, they're good, they're delicious. It's Daylight Donuts. It's something to crow about.
Happy birthday. Well, we are being kind today to Teresa Hayes. She's a retired nurse, turns 60 today. She lives in Rutherfordton. Make sure you wish Teresa a very, very happy birthday. Anthony Kennedy is 50 today. He lives in Bostic. Also celebrating birthdays today, Pastor Kevin Rom, he's 57 from Forest City. Reverend Bill Chapman is 58. He's the pastor of the, I can't get that word out right. I always say Apostolics. I always get my tongue tied on that one. Apostolics of Rutherford County. Lily Jones is 7 today from Rutherfordton. Arlene Bowen is 82. Mary Dickerson from Spindale celebrating a birthday today. Autumn Bumgardner, a librarian at Forest City Dunbar School, celebrating a birthday today. Also celebrating a birthday today is Donald Crawford. So we want to wish all of these folks a happy, happy birthday and hope you have many, many more. In about 48, 7, 6, 5 seconds, we're going to give away that dozen of delicious daylight donuts from Granny B's.
Director and voice for today's Key to Confident Living. I trust you'll take a moment to acquaint yourself with the motivational and inspirational programs available through today's Key to Confident Living. In 1878, the minister father of 2 young sons brought home a toy which consisted of a stick with a kind of a propeller at the top. The 2 boys, ages 7 and 11, were fascinated and started making copies of it. One day their teacher caught one of the boys at his desk playing with 2 pieces of wood. When asked what he was doing, the boy replied that he was putting together a flying machine and that someday he wanted to build a bigger one that would make it possible for both him and his brother to fly. The teacher reprimanded the boy but did not take away his sticks. She recognized something in his world of imagination and the seed of an idea. The boys later remembered when we undertook to build the toy on a much larger scale, it failed to work so well. The boys finally did make a bigger version that worked. The brother who was caught at school was Overwright and his brother was Wilbur. The Bible says that God reveals deep and hidden things to individuals. There may be some child around you to whom God will reveal some new secret which will change the course of history. Let God use you to be the encourager. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for these programs are sold in book form by calling 1-888-333-KEYS, or why not visit our website at todayskey.net.
And congratulations to Reverend Bill Chapman. He's 58 today, pastor of the Apostolics of Rutherford County. If you know Reverend Bill Chapman, make sure you wish him a happy birthday because today he just won the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's. News from the North Carolina News Network is next.
MCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. Hurricane Maria made landfall in Puerto Rico as a Category 4 storm with maximum sustained winds of 155 miles per hour. The storm left more than 1 million people without power across the island. Carlos Maqueda is the executive director of the Puerto Rican Federal Affairs Administration.
People need to understand that this hurricane was historic. It's a hurricane of historic dimensions and effects.
Governor Roy Cooper says North Carolina is joining more than a dozen other states with a goal of meeting greenhouse gas emissions reductions. Cooper announced Wednesday that the state is becoming part of the U.S. Climate Alliance. The death toll in Mexico is up to at least 245 after Tuesday's 7.1 magnitude quake in central Mexico. CBS News correspondent Chris Martinez is there.
There were nearly 40 buildings that were leveled in Mexico City alone. And at all of these sites, you have very similar scenes. Of particular interest, there have been a couple of schools that were hit pretty hard. There were some fatalities in some of these schools. And we also have been watching a rescue effort to get a couple children that are still alive.
At Lot Superior Grocery Store in Durham, the news hit home for one employee, Jose Mendoza, who survived through the earthquake 32 years ago. He tells ABC 11 his thoughts are with the victims in his homeland.
1985, I was in Mexico City, and I feel the earthquake and aftershocks. I know this feels bad, and it's scary.
A $400 million medical center in Asheville, currently under construction, is expected to inject millions of dollars of new income and tax revenue into Buncombe County. An economic analysis of Mission Health's Mission Hospital for Advanced Medicine estimates it will provide $160 million in new income to Buncombe County. You're listening to NCN News.
Many North Carolinians just like you are suffering from a condition known as underemployment. Have you been experiencing the following symptoms? Are you working long hours for low pay? Has your skill set outgrown your current position? Can you feel your potential being wasted? If so, you might be suffering from underemployment. Luckily, there is a simple cure. Visit ncjobsnow.com and prescribe yourself a new opportunity today. Several opportunities to cure underemployment. That's ncjobsnow.com.
Sometimes the simplest things can make the biggest difference. An extra pair of hands, a smile, or a shoulder. At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we feel the same about home and auto coverage, affordable rates, trusted service, and local agents. After all, making one simple difference in your life helps you make a big difference in another's. Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
The special counsel looking into Russian interference in the election is keeping the White House busy with a barrage of requests. CBS News correspondent Peter King reports.
CBS News has learned that Special Counsel Robert Mueller asked the White House for documents pertaining to fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, the firing of then FBI Director James Comey, and then a day later the President's Oval Office meeting with top Russian officials. The New York Times has reported Mr. Trump told the Russians that Comey's firing relieved, quote, great pressure on him. There are questions about emails between former campaign head Paul Manafort and Russian officials.
A Triangle woman has been shaken after receiving a letter from the state saying she must repay $19,000 in disability payment she doesn't have. Carla Schubert lost one of her legs as a teenager. She's now 74 and lives on a fixed income. Schubert tells ABC 11 she doesn't know how she's going to supplement her income.
You are hurting and punishing the very people that this program had been set up for.
The North Carolina Highway Patrol says a cement mixer carrying 40,000 pounds of concrete overturned on top of a van, injuring 3 teenage girls and a woman. The cement mixer went into a turn too fast in central North Carolina around 8:30 Wednesday, causing the truck to overturn. A woman who says she was involved with movie star Kevin Hart is denying she was part of an extortion plot.
Montia Sabag says she may be the other woman, but she insists she is not the person who is trying to shake down Kevin Hart. Sabag has come out publicly to acknowledge that she was the reason that Hart made an Instagram apology to his pregnant wife about making a mistake and having poor judgment. Sabag says while she and Hart were sexually involved, it was someone else who set up cameras and recorded what her attorney calls bedroom images of them together.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
All you ever need in news, weather, sports, and the best blend of the oldies is right here on the mighty 590 WCAB.
I'm Sherry Preston. Clearing the devastation all across Puerto Rico. The chainsaws are out, but so is the power. Generators, in fact, are the only source of electricity right now throughout all of Puerto Rico, thanks to Hurricane Maria.
Victor Oquendo here with ABC News in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Folks here waking up to a lot of destruction and debris just about everywhere you look. On the streets, there are downed trees and power lines, as well as just pieces of metal. I'm seeing fences. There are parts ripped right off of balconies, other scraps you can't even tell where they came from. Now residents are just out here on their own trying to do what they can to clear the streets out so they can get out and check on other family members.
The death toll, at least one. Hurricane Maria, now a Category 3 storm headed for the Dominican Republic. In Mexico City, search teams are still pulling rubble from buildings in hopes of finding survivors from this week's deadly earthquake. ABC's Alex Stone is there.
Much of this giant city with a population bigger than New York is functioning normally, open and operating, but it's pockets of the city where mainly older buildings collapsed and killed those inside. It's at those specific sites where rescue attempts are still underway today.
ABC's Alex Stone in Mexico City. One of those rescue attempts is for a 12-year-old girl trapped under a granite desk in her school that's collapsed. They've gotten water and food to her, but they can't get her out. President Trump wrapping up his week at the UN. He will sit down with leaders of Afghanistan, Ukraine, and Turkey today. Former White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer, when asked if he knowingly lied to the American people, told ABC's Paula Ferris in an exclusive interview this morning he didn't think so. This is how he answered questions about the Russia probe.
Has the Mueller team reached out to you at all?
I'm not going to discuss that issue at all.
Have you hired a lawyer?
I'm not going to discuss that issue at all.
So you haven't been subpoenaed?
I'm not going to discuss that issue at all.
Did you ever hear inside the White House that Mueller should be fired?
I'm not going to discuss that issue at all.
Spicer says he thinks he was treated unfairly oftentimes while in the administration. This is ABC News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there is no way out? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Get off the debt treadmill and stop the harassment. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Call now at 866-844-7344 for free information. For about 10 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Get off the endless cycle without having to declare bankruptcy. You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 866-844-7344. That's 866-844-7344.
The Federal Reserve has decided to keep interest rates where they are, at least for now.
Use this as an opportunity to continue to pay down and pay off those debts, refinance things like adjustable rate mortgages into fixed rates.
Bank rates Greg McBride. The next rate expected in December, maybe in January. State employee in Kansas is recovering. Police say he was shot by a man who owes the IRS a whole lot of money. Here's ABC's Brian Clark.
Ricky Wirtz owed the state of Kansas nearly $400,000 in taxes, according to the State Department of Revenue. Wirtz is now in jail after he allegedly entered the department office in Wichita Wednesday and shot seizure agent Courtney Holloway.
He came back, was allowed to come through the secure entrance to the office, requested to see Courtney, and at that time chose to shoot Courtney.
Kansas Revenue Secretary Sam Williams, Holloway's in stable condition. Wirtz was taken into custody without incident. Brian Clark, ABC News.
With just over 6,000 people, Bethel, Alaska is a small city, but it has a whole lot of taxi cabs, about one cab for every 107 people who live there, located around 300 miles west of Anchorage. Bethel also has only one liquor store, and nearby towns are hard to reach by car, so police say cab drivers have been providing the service of getting booze to people. On Wednesday, 18 cabbies were charged with selling alcohol without a license. They're all pleading not guilty. This is ABC News.
Comfort is something we all want to feel. No one knows this better than Serta, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Discover Serta's all-new mattress collections. Experience our latest iComfort memory foam sleep system that helps comfortably cool and support every curve of your body. Or put your sleep problems to rest with the newly redesigned Perfect Sleeper. Offers good at participating retailers. Find a local retailer at sertaretailers.com. Experience Serta Comfort today at America's Mattress and Slumber Kids in Hickory.
Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Temperatures a little bit above normal for this time of year, but not too crazy. Certainly it has been and certainly could be a lot worse. Look for a low tonight in the mid to upper 60s with a few widely scattered showers and thunderstorms winding down through the evening hours. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, should be around 80 by lunchtime, mid to perhaps upper 80s for the afternoon. Slim chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. Mid-80s for highs on Friday with a slight chance of an afternoon storm as well. I'm meteorologist Nate Johnson in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
And taking a look at that extended forecast for Saturday, sunshine, highs around 85 degrees. Sunshine for Sunday, highs again around 85. Monday, maybe just a slight chance of a passing shower, highs around 85. Tuesday and Wednesday, same, mostly to maybe just a passing shower, highs around 85 degrees. 6 minutes past 8 o'clock. 65 degrees right now under sunny skies. This is Thursday, means Dr. Bob will be here in about 30 minutes or so. So if you got a question for Dr. Bob, you can get that in now. Get it in early because that 35 minutes or 30 minutes or so gets by and gets away from us really, really quick. 287-3356. Todd's back at the phone. He's got all of his little chores done he needs to do, so he's back out and ready to take your calls. We're being kind today to Teresa Hayes. She's a registered nurse, 60, lives in Rutherfordton, and Reverend Bill Chapman is 58 today, and he won the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's. Well, we've got that sheriff's report coming up in just a few minutes. We've got some news from around the area, and that's right after this.
Welcome back to Jewelry Jubilee. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Donnie.
And up next is the most flawless collection of diamonds we've ever seen on the show.
Simply stunning, Cheryl.
They're Diamond Dazzler scratch-offs, 4 gorgeous games, and they're a huge deal.
Yeah, $4 million top prize, huge.
That's right.
Huge. Look like $1 million, don't they, Cheryl?
More like $4 million, Donnie.
Oh, I'm too captivated for math right now, Cheryl.
Oh, Donnie. New Diamond Dazzler scratch-offs from the North Carolina Education Lottery with over $130 million in total prizes.
Prepare to be dazzled.
Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning, including break-even prizes, range from 1 in 2.98 to 4.79. Approximate odds to win the top prizes range from 1 in 1.2 million to 2.28 million. $4 million annuity prize with lump sum cash value of $2.4 million. Problem Gambling Helpline 877-718-5543.
It's a new day and a new life for America. In President Trump's inauguration, he reestablished the United States as a Christian nation after the prior president declared that we were not. That was just the beginning. In the first 6 months, President Trump has fought every day to deliver on his promises to the American people. At a historic pace, he has taken bold action to restore prosperity, keep Americans safe and secure, and hold government accountable. He has signed more than 40 bills and nearly 40 executive orders on everything from health care to energy, infrastructure, and more. In addition, he has signed more laws to slash through federal red tape than any president in American history. His increase in defense spending is the greatest investment in military readiness since the days of President Reagan. The American citizens now have a president who is fighting every single day to restore America of freedom, prosperity, and opportunity for all. Don't believe the liberal news. Check the facts. President Trump's tireless energy to continue working for us will not be stopped by fake news. Paid for by Ken Staggs.
For dependable and professional auto service, trust your car to Tri-City Tire Service. Brakes, tires, alignments, inspections, oil changes, and now Tri-City Tire is your complete exhaust service station. Commercial and farm tires are available at Tri-City Tire, and they are Rutherford County's #1 dealership for interstate batteries, offering 24-hour roadside service. Tri-City Tire is proud to announce they will now offer U-Haul trucks, trailers, towing equipment, support rental items, and in-store pickup for boxes. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, and Saturday, 7:30 to 1. Tri-City Tire on the corner of Mountain Street and Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Their number is 287-8778. That's 287-8778.
10 minutes past 8 o'clock, the Rutherford County Commissioners, according to the Daily Courier, unanimously renewed the contract for County Manager Steve Garrison at a special meeting yesterday evening. Actually, on Tuesday evening, Garrison signed the new contract that will keep him in his position for another 4 years. County Commissioners approved the new contract in a special meeting on Tuesday evening. The decision was unanimous. Garrison has served as county manager since March 2015, when he was originally given a 2-year contract. For the second time in 2 years, the parents of Corbin Crenshaw are hosting Corbin's Toy Drive to collect Christmas toys for needy children in Rutherford County. Christopher and Sarah Crenshaw, along with their son Corbin, will greet children from across the county at a free celebration at Bubba's Fun Park in Forest City. This will be Saturday from noon until 8, September the 30th. The event will be in celebration of Corbin's 4th birthday, which is October the 2nd. Everyone attending is asked to bring a new unwrapped toy for distribution at Christmas to needy children in Rutherford County through the Matthew Panel Shining Star Foundation. The couple is funding the cost of admission to the fun park and buying prizes for all children. However, they are in need of volunteers who will help the event. Last year's toy drive netted 2 truckloads of toys, and the couple hopes for at least that many toys and more on September the 30th. Corbin is the couple's only son, who they call their miracle child. The couple was told they would never be able to have children, and nearly 4 years ago, Corbin was born. As the Krishans celebrate Corbin's birthday, they will celebrate other children as they gather toys for the needy. There is no admission to the fun park, and every child will be able to play games and receive prizes if they bring a new toy. Anyone who cannot bring a toy is invited to come and celebrate. To volunteer or for more information, call 828-450-0586. A 38-year-old Rutherfordton woman was airlifted to Spartanburg Regional Medical Center at 1:15 on Wednesday afternoon after the Ford Explorer she was driving struck a tree off Painters Gap Road in Gilkey. North Carolina Highway Patrolman M.A. Gordon said Christine Ledford ran off the road to the left, struck a mailbox and a ditch at a driveway before the car went airborne and hit a tree head-on. Ledford was the only person in the car. Her injuries did not appear to be life-threatening, said Trooper W.S. Morrow. Also assisting at the scene were the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department, Union Mills Fire Department, Rutherford County EMS. Ledford was airlifted by Regional 1, and charges are pending. Well, members of the Griffith chapter of the Rutherford County chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution visited Rutherford Town Hall on Tuesday, presenting Mayor Jimmy Dancy a resolution the town board passed at its September meeting in resignation of Constitution Week. The celebration of the Constitution was started by the Daughters of the American Revolution in 1955. DAR petitioned Congress to set aside September the 17th through the 23rd annually to be dedicated for the observance of Constitution Week. The resolution was later adopted by the U.S. Congress and signed into public law on August 2nd, 1956 by President Dwight Eisenhower. Constitution Week is a time to inform people that the Constitution is the basis for America's great heritage and the foundation for America's way of life. This week is also a time to encourage the study of the historical events which led to the framing of the Constitution in September 1787. Well, some people who are in the U.S. legally but who are not citizens were mistakenly allowed to register to vote in Philadelphia because of a glitch in the Pennsylvania's electronic driver's license system, a city official said on Wednesday. Al Schmidt, a Republican who sits on the Philadelphia's 3-member election commission, said that since 2006, at least 168 non-citizens registered to vote in the city through the motor voter driver's license system. In some cases, they voted. Some of them voted in more than one election. Schmidt said he became aware of those people because they had contacted his office. Many more non-citizens could have mistakenly registered through the system in Philadelphia and elsewhere in Pennsylvania, he said. He said there is a real concern. It's harmful to election integrity, and it's harmful to members of the immigrant community who are applying for citizenship. If you've registered to vote in the U.S. and you're not a citizen, it's potential grounds for the denial of your citizenship application. Well, North Carolina will improve its 911 services by upgrading the technology that serves as the backbone of the communication system. The new technology will give the state the ability to connect all 117 primary 911 centers through internet-based routing services, allowing the call centers to seamlessly communicate with one another. The new high-speed connections will enable every center to serve as a backup for any other center in the state in the event of a natural disaster or an overload of emergency calls. North Carolina's existing 911 system was built in the 1960s, and the center relies on an outdated analog system to communicate with one another. Some centers cannot connect at all. These technology improvements are essential to ensure that our 911 operators and our first responders are better equipped to best serve the needs of our citizens. That, according to Eric Boyette, the Secretary of the North Carolina Department of Information and Technology. Boyette also serves as chair of the North Carolina 911 Board, which is housed within the DIT. He went on to say North Carolina has developed a strong system to respond to natural disasters and other emergencies. This next generation technology will only make that system better. Greg Dotson, Rutherford County 911's director, said the county is positioned well to handle the next generation 911. We'll have more news and that sheriff's report right after this. Rutherford Orthopedics is dedicated to quality orthopedic care for the people of Rutherford and surrounding counties. Our certified orthopedic surgeons and fellowship-trained podiatric surgeon provide care for joint replacements, fractures, sports rehabilitation, surgical management of arthritis, and general orthopedic problems. For more information on Rutherford Orthopedics, call 828-287-9260 or visit www.myrutherfordregional.com/orthopedics.
Hi, this is Brittany with the gift shop at Smith's Drugs in Forest City. We have a new shipment of the Kavoo bags, wallets, hats, and t-shirts. Also, after school, when your homework is finished, be sure to check out our new retro toys and science-based toys. Come on in and check out our large selection of clearance items, including a variety of clothes to fit your personality. So come on in and see us at the gift shop at Smith's.
In the last 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has responded to 114 calls for service. There have been 16 arrests processed at county jail. Currently incarcerated, we have 189. Among those arrests, Aaron William Owensby, 19-year-old white male of Flat Rock, was charged with breaking and entering, larceny, damage to property, and received a $30,000 secure bond. Derek Alexander Davis, a 32-year-old white male of Forest City, was charged with failure to appear and received a $2,000 secure bond. William Waylon Clemens, a 37-year-old white male of Spindale, was charged with failure to appear and received a $500 secure bond. Staley Debris Gibbs, a 32-year-old white female of Boston, was charged with failure to appear and received a $500 secure bond. Lucy Farron Hopper, 30-year-old white female of Mill Springs, was charged with 2 counts of failure to appear and received a $500 secure bond. Sarah Elizabeth Odell, 24-year-old white female of Mooresboro, was charged with failure to comply and received a $550 secure bond. Pablo Alexander Gonza, 34-year-old black male from Forest City, was charged with sex offender in a protected area, received a $2,000 secure bond. Tracy Eugene Trotter, 48-year-old white male of Mooresboro, was charged with assault on a female and will see a district court judge for bond. Among our incidents, we had a breaking and entering larceny on East Park Road in Ellenboro. Prescription medication was taken, as well as a microphone valued at $1,000 and 2 watches valued at $40. We also had a misdemeanor larceny on Rock Road in Ruston, where a tag was taken, PBN 6375, and that was a North Carolina registration plate. Again, PBN 6375. And Lou, that's what we had to report today.
Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service owner Kent Dorsey, along with staff members Bob Billingsley, Randy Bostick, Jamie Shelton, Reverend Dean Vaughn, and Michael Sersland, invite you to their website at www.washburndorsey.com for online obituaries and up-to-date weather information. In a day of out-of-state owned funeral homes in the area, Washburn and Dorsey is one of your locally owned funeral homes. 20 minutes past 8 o'clock at AM 59. We had a fantastic night last night at the Ellenboro Free Fair, and again, we want to thank our sponsors. And again, those sponsors were Pool Supplies Unlimited, Forest City Fish Camp, East Rutherford Equipment, Horns Tire and Auto Service, and Today's Kitchen and Bath. And we're going to give these guys one more plug and a great big thank you for helping us with this. So, as soon as I give Todd a microphone, there we go.
You got to turn me on.
Got to turn. Now I got to turn you down.
I got it.
Okay. That is called feedback.
Yeah, we'll just.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, one of our sponsors that was so gracious to help us with the Ellenboro Fair last night, Horns Tire and Auto Service. For dependable tire and auto service, you can always depend on Horns Tire and Auto. Main Street, Ellenboro. Horns tops it when it comes to auto service, offering four-wheel alignments, computer diagnostic services, tune-ups, brake service, suspension work, and more. You are sure to drive away with complete satisfaction, and that's guaranteed. When it comes to auto service, call the professionals at 453-7444, Rutherford County approved. That's Horns Tire and Auto Service, Main Street, Ellenboro, locally owned and operated by Terry Horn.
And you can turn your kitchen and bath into the home of your dreams with the beautiful craftsmanship of Today's Kitchen and Bath Cabinetry. They offer the finest wood textures, finishes, and detailing in Rutherford County. For professional installation and free estimates, contact Roy, Bob, or Clifton at 429-5376 or 429-8796. Create the home of your dreams and let Today's Kitchen and Bath help make them come true. They're located on the Ellenboro Henrietta Road in Ellenboro, and if you have one of our Foothills News Journals, the phone number in the News Journal is incorrect. Those right numbers are 429-5376 or 429-8796.
When is the best time to purchase a Mahindra tractor? Anytime is the perfect time to own a Mahindra compact or utility tractor. Stop into East Rutherford Equipment to purchase that quality piece of equipment that you've been looking for. Mahindra offers a heavier lift capacity for the toughest jobs, and the guys at East Rutherford Equipment know their business and will help you choose the right equipment for your specific need. Located on Hamrick Road in Ellenboro, call them at 453-0090, locally owned and operated by Doyle and Tommy Hollifield. Visit them on the web at www.eastrutherfordequipment.com, and they also carry Bush Hog brand performance you can count on.
And now's the time to visit Pool Supplies Unlimited for chemicals and those covers to put the pools to sleep. For the boy last night we needed a pool. Right. It was hot. Put your pools to sleep for the season. Take a look at the Strong Garden Leisure hot tubs. Pool Supplies is your headquarters for the popular heavy-duty line of unlimited Grizzly coolers, perfect for the camper, hunter, or tailgater with a lifetime warranty. These make perfect gifts, so stop into Pool Supplies Unlimited and tell Jim Huffstickler WCAB sent you. They're located at 125 East US Highway 74 Business in Ellenboro, or call them at 828-453-8081. And they also carry insulated Grizzly grip cups in 6 colors, polarized goggles for the summer, mesh backpacks, swim caps, paddle boards, and floats of all kinds. And remember, they sell everything but the water.
Delicious seafood. That's what's in store at the Forest City Fish Camp. No one can beat the great taste or superior service that you will get at the Forest City Fish Camp. Everything from flounder to steaks, shrimp, hush puppies, slaw, or baked potatoes, and I think I've had all that. Dave and Laura Linder will always make your dining experience a pleasant one. Call on Forest City Fish Camp for any catering event you have coming up. They offer an elaborate or a simple setup. Open Tuesday through Friday, 4 until 9, Saturday, 3 until 9, located on the old US 74 highway near Bostic, or call them 248-255-2525, 248-2525. The Forest City Fish Camp, a short drive to seafood excellence.
Sports is next, right after sports. Dr. Bob, so get your questions in now, 287-3356.
And
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. The Red Sox continue to pace the AL East by 3 games over New York after both teams logged lopsided wins Wednesday. Boston bounced Baltimore 9-0, and Aaron Judge hit his league-leading 45th homer in the Yankees' 11-3 assault on Minnesota. Meanwhile, there are calls for more protective netting at Yankee Stadium. That after a young girl was injured by a foul ball off the bat of Yankees infielder Todd Frazier in the bottom of the 5th.
It was terrible. I don't know really what happened. I hope she's all right, but it was just something that I wish never happened. It was tough to watch and tough to be a part of, to be honest.
Cleveland won for the 26th time in 27 games, 6-5 over the Angels. That keeps L.A. a game and a half behind the Twins for the second AL wildcard slot. Tampa Bay dumped the Cubs 8-1, but Chicago kept their 3.5-game lead over Milwaukee as Pittsburgh downed the Brewers 6-4. The Carolina Panthers offense has managed just 2 touchdowns through the first 2 games of the season, and as they prepare to host New Orleans on Sunday, Cam Newton and the offense are under mounting pressure to start pulling their weight. Ron Rivera says Cam's rhythm is progressing, that after limited participation in training camp and the preseason.
He's just starting to make the amount of throws that you would make if you had missed 4 or 5 days of training camp, and it's coming along. The best part is he's making good decisions.
After road wins this week in Buffalo and Tampa Bay, the Hurricanes played their 3rd preseason game in 3 nights last night, this time on home ice. But the result, an exhibition loss, 4-3 to the Lightning. Head coach Bill Peters says 3 games in 3 nights took its toll on the ice.
I think it's a byproduct of traveling around a little bit, and for a lot of guys, that was their first game action in a long time. So it was good to get everybody through the 3-3 stretch with everybody playing a minimum of 1 game. So now we can take that next step, take a day off tomorrow and take the next step.
The Hurricanes open the regular season October 7th versus Minnesota. For season tickets, skate to CarolinaHurricanes.com. This is NCN Sports.
Hello, North Carolina. Geico presents things that'll make you feel good.
A penguin can jump as high as 6 feet in the air. That's nearly a dunk. Something else to make you feel good. Geico's been offering great savings and service for over 75 years and has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. And that satisfying coverage isn't just for your car. The Geico Insurance Agency can help you insure your home, apartment, and condo. And Geico offers motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. You know what else will make you feel good? In Providence, Rhode Island, every night skyscrapers and tugboats blink their lights on and off to wish kids in a children's hospital good night. And Geico is the 2nd largest auto insurer in the country. So breathe easy. We've got your back. Plus, you might be able to save even more money because Geico could help you find savings like military or federal discounts. And Geico offers emergency roadside service.
So, North Carolina, contact Geico online at geico.com. You'll feel better after you do.
The sports world remembering a legend, former middleweight champ Jake LaMotta.
He was known as the Bronx Bull.
Jake LaMotta gives indications of being a bit weary from the pounding, but of course, don't let that fool you.
His record was impressive, 83 wins, 19 losses, and 4 draws, but it was also marred by his admission that he threw a bout for the mob in 1947. After retiring, LaMotta did some acting, and his memoir was turned into the acclaimed film Raging Bull. Robert De Niro portraying LaMotta as a man who was also violent outside the ring. After attending the movie premiere, LaMotta turned to his ex-wife and said he couldn't believe he'd been that bad. She replied, "No, you were worse." Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The 95-year-old died Tuesday in a Miami area hospital from complications of pneumonia. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Reacting to Keselowski's complaint.
We all sort of have the same rules to live by.
Dale Jr. believes
all the cars should be pretty close.
Plus, Kane in, McDowell out.
This is a business and things happen like this.
And one car owner made a wild bet.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass.
Home. You know the feeling. It's where it feels right. Or left. It's where the kids play. It's a backyard barbecue with just a few of your best friends. Home is where families make memories that last a lifetime. Welcome to our home. One visit and you'll see it's not all that different from yours. Home is Charlotte Motor Speedway and the Bank of America 500, part of NASCAR's playoffs. Sunday, October 8th. For tickets, visit charlottemotorspeedway.com.
You wash the outside, clean the inside, and make sure maintenance is up to date. Pamper your car's engine and fuel system by adding Z-Max Micro Lubricant. Using the fluids as a carrier to reach internal parts, Z-Max literally soaks into metal, dispersing harmful carbon buildup. This helps improve performance, extend engine life, and reduce emissions. Get Z-Max today at zmax.com or your local auto parts store.
As we wind down the Monster Energy Cup Series season, Brad Keselowski may be complaining Toyota has an unfair advantage, but you won't hear that from Chevy driver Dale Earnhardt Jr.
When I just look at the board, I see Fords and Toyotas running up top. I don't see just one manufacturer up there. We all sort of have the same rules to live by. We could complain, but Kyle Larson runs too good for all the Chevys to complain. If Kyle Larson wouldn't run so damn good, then we'd have an argument. But I think you have to look at more than just are the Toyotas better or the Fords better or the Chevys better. It's just really how people run their business.
And Junior believes with only 9 races left to go, NASCAR should just leave everything the way it is.
I don't think there is anything they can do. We all sort of have the same rules to live by.
Meanwhile, for illegal aerodynamic modifications discovered after his runner-up run at Chicago, NASCAR has penalized Chase Elliott by taking 15 points away and suspending his crew chief Alan Gustafson for this week's race at New Hampshire. Now that it's official, Casey Kane will drive the number 95 next season for Levine Family Racing. We can tell you how Michael McDowell feels about being replaced.
You know, this is a business and things happen like this, and I'm thankful, I've had a good season, and hopefully there'll be some opportunities for me to get into another Cup car. I can tell you we're going to finish strong, and we're going to give it everything we got, and I hope the best for them, and who knows what the future holds.
And AutoZone gets you what you need, so get in the zone. AutoZone.
AutoZone presents the oil change. Regular oil changes protect your engine from wear and tear, helping your car roll well beyond the 100,000-mile mark. Right now, get any 5 quarts of Valvoline Premium Conventional Oil and an STP filter for $24.99, or an extended life filter for $2 more. So visit your local AutoZone. With over 5,000 locations, the right supplies and good advice are just around the corner. Let's get you what you need. See store for restrictions and details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Matt Colleague owns the Leaf Filter Gutter Company and the Xfinity Series team of driver Blake Cook, who explains how the boss made a wild bet with his marketing team.
If you guys did this much in digital marketing in one day, I'll buy you a giraffe. But that goal was so high it was almost unreachable, but they hit that goal 2 weeks ago. I have no idea how he's going to get this giraffe, but he's going to, and he's going to keep it at a zoo.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you in part by AutoZone.
Temperatures a little bit above normal for this time of year, but not too crazy. Certainly it has been and certainly could be a lot worse. Look for a low tonight in the mid to upper 60s with a few widely scattered showers and thunderstorms winding down through the evening hours. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies should be around 80 by lunchtime, mid to perhaps upper 80s for the afternoon. Slim chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. Mid 80s for highs on Friday with a slight chance of an afternoon storm as well. I'm meteorologist Nate Johnson in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
And the extended forecast for Saturday, sunshine, highs around 85 degrees, clear overnight, lows around 65. And that's pretty much the way it's going to be for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Looking for sunny skies. Maybe there might be that itty-bitty, teeny-weeny chance of a passing shower, maybe a thunderstorm. But looking for daytime highs around 85, overnight lows around 65 degrees. So now sunny skies, 66 degrees at WCAB.
The following program, Dr. Bob's Grocery Store Medicine and Healthy Life Anecdotes, is paid for by Dr. Bob Crummy. The opinions expressed on this program by Dr. Crummy are not necessarily those of the owner and staff of WCAB. You are invited to call your questions in live now to Dr. Bob at 287-3356. And now live in the studio, here is Dr. Bob Crummy.
And the phone lines are open, 287-3356. Todd's ready to take your call. Good morning, Dr. Bob.
Good morning, Lou. It's great to be with you again in the beautiful Blue Room at WCAB.
I am having a different change about your beard. I'm having a different idea about who you're starting to look like.
Who's that?
Well, I've gone from a New England fisherman to you're starting to get the Charlie Daniels look.
The Charlie what?
The Charlie Daniels look.
I'm not familiar with that.
You don't know who Charlie Daniels is?
No, he must be a country singer or something like that.
Oh, he is one of the greatest fiddlists in the world.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlie Daniels Band. Somewhere we got to have a picture of Charlie Daniels in this building. Well, we did have one right here behind us till we had the building painted. But anyway, yeah.
Well, I think it's helping me to lose weight a little bit. For instance, I've gone down from about 275 to 230. and I'm kind of bouncing now between 228 and 233, and I had done that before, but kind of gained a little bit of weight. But now, by growing the beard like this, it's kind of like, I don't know, it takes my mind off, or I look in the mirror. Actually, usually when I look in the mirror, I wonder who the heck that guy is. He looks a lot older than I do, okay, and that's number one. But now when I look in and I see the beard, you know, that just takes me back a little bit and so forth. I kind of like it. I'll enjoy shaving it off, though. But,
well, keep it through winter anyway. Keep your face warm. If you don't have any questions left over from last week, we've got a couple now.
I don't.
Okay. What can be done for dizziness? Don't know what's called, whether they're standing up and getting dizzy, or I don't know what, but the only thing they're asking is what can be done for dizziness.
Well, in terms of an herb for dizziness, there's a good one called ginseng, Ginseng, and it can be American ginseng or Korean ginseng, or you know, but that's supposed to be pretty good for dizziness. Another thing that's good for dizziness is ginkgo biloba. Now, ginkgo works by dilating the real tiny little blood vessels, and supposedly dizziness may be caused by our brain cells not getting quite enough blood, so the brain cells aren't getting oxygen and sugar to themselves. Like our blood doesn't do anything except take oxygen and sugar to all the cells and other nutrients to them. It also brings away waste products from them. But if it kind of closes off, then we sort of have the trouble with the dizziness and so forth. It can be caused by a lot of things, but it's a matter of getting in shape, doing healthy things, regimenting ourselves. Exercise always helps anything, but it could be something as simple as eating something you're allergic to, or not eating something that you should be eating on a regular basis. A lot of people don't take in enough vitamin B or vitamin C, and by doing that, they have all kinds of little minor symptoms, and most of the time, when we go to the physician and we get studies, they don't know why we have this symptom, and then the symptom goes away after 6 or 8 months, and we don't know why it went away.
Oh, since you said that, someone wanted to know, what is the importance of vitamin D? Her doctor told her to, he was going to increase her vitamin D intake. Her vitamin D level was low. What is the importance of vitamin D?
Well, I guess any vitamin is sort of helps our body to function better, helps our systems function better. Vitamin D is something that I think we make by the sunlight hitting our skin, and our skin somehow makes vitamin D for us. The stuff I read say that something like 70% of Americans are low in vitamin D. And so if you have any kind of symptom at all and you're low in something, in any vitamin, if you'll take that, then the symptom disappears. I don't know much about vitamin D, and I don't know that anybody does other than that.
Do you think that our diets have anything to do with the development of cancer and birth defects and cancer in newborn and small children?
Yes, our nutrition has to do with everything. And we need to, like we used to eat a lot healthier than we eat now. And the reason we used to eat healthier is because everybody was a farmer. Everybody had their own garden. My mother had a garden all of our life. From the time I was a small boy up, she would be growing things. She grew vegetables, and she would fix the vegetables and so forth. We don't do that now. We rely on the big farmers. We rely on the stores and so forth. And the sad thing is, most of our food is processed. So it comes in a box to us, or it comes in a can to us, and it doesn't have the nutrients in it. It has toxins. It has things to addict us, things to make us want it on a regular basis, and so almost all of our problems now are caused from nutrition. And that gives us the responsibility of handling that kind of thing too. It's we can't go and get a magic pill from somebody. However, one thing you can do is you can go and buy a multivitamin tablet and take just one multivitamin tablet every day. And the multivitamin tablets you should take is the one that has the most things in it. most things in it. Now, generally speaking, that should make you feel better. If it doesn't make you feel better, you got to play Sherlock Holmes and sort of continue to think about what kind of things they are. Now, in terms of things causing cancer, cancer is a systemic thing. In other words, it's in our blood kind of, and it's nothing more than a abnormal cell, a mutated cell. Now, generally speaking, when we have mutated cells, our immune system has what they call T cells or killer cells, white blood cells, whatever, and they kill the cancer cells. When our immune system gets low, it doesn't cure the cancer cells, and cancer cells multiply like any other cells do. And so it's a matter of keeping our immune system boosted. And the thing that lowers our immune system is us taking toxins in. You know, like we put plenty of fluoride and chlorine in water, and you know, that's just one of the many things we do, and we're adding things into our system, toxins that we now have to get rid of. You know, it's kind of like almost all deodorants have aluminum in them. Well, the reason they have aluminum in them is because it helps, you know, you use the roll-on under your arm, and the aluminum helps you absorb the smell good stuff and so forth. But the thing about it is it now gets in our bloodstream, and we have to get rid of that. So we take in aluminum, we take in mercury, we take in lead, we take in all kinds of heavy metals and things, and we need to get rid of them. Now, your body works to getting rid of them. You know, we usually urinate them out or defecate them out or breathe them out or sweat them out. Those are the ways that we can get them out. But it's helpful not to take them in.
Well, we don't have any questions right now. What have you got for this week?
Yeah. Well,
what do you not have for this week? I see a lot of notes.
Yeah, I have been turned on recently. There are a lot of what they call super nutrients, and these super nutrients boost your immune system. Curcumin is one. Now, you've heard of curcumin or turmeric. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a good spice. Well, half the people in the world take that. Believe it or not, half the people in the world eat kudzu every day. You know, and these are the Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans. That's a part of their diet, and that's considered sort of a super nutrient. It's kind of how we take them in. And now, recently, in them trying to discredit the hemp plant even more, you know, there's a movement on now to legalize hemp, mm-hmm. to legalize marijuana. There was a time when every farmer in America grew hemp, and you know, it was a money crop 70 years ago, and then it kind of got demonized. Now, the reason it got demonized had to do with money and big industries making a profit, and hemp was cutting in on that profit, and you couldn't get a patent on hemp because it's a plant, that sort of thing. Well, recently, I don't know, Sanjay Gupta, do you ever watch him or listen to him on the radio? Well, a lot of people do, and Sanjay Gupta is a physician, and he has been for years kind of down on marijuana. Don't, you know, use it or this sort of thing. Well, I think the majority of states now have legalized it, you know, for medicinal purposes. And the thing about it is, the thing in the hemp plant that is psychotropic kind of is THC. Well, THC isn't high in every variety of hemp, and there's one variety of hemp where there's something called CBD, and CBD is high in that. And CBD has now been legalized, so hemp's been legalized, that particular brand of it. And people are beginning now to say, well, if you have hemp and it has a lot of THC in it, we call it marijuana. If you have hemp and it has a lot of CBC in it, we call it hemp. And so he had 3 programs, and the programs were lengthy programs, and I've seen some of them. And basically what he did was he apologized for discrediting hemp, and he talked about how really medicinal it really was and how it should be legalized now. But then he talked about CBD also, and mentioned the fact that, hey, you can now buy CBD in health food stores. So you can buy a form of hemp in health food stores that is legal. And the interesting thing about CBD is anytime you ask me something like, what's good for this? Well, the answer is always, one of the answers is always CBD. It's just like one of the answers is always curcumin. curcumin is good for this, and there are other things that are just miraculous kinds of plants too. And those are those kind of things. Let me read something I wrote to you about. No, I wrote about this because that was after watching Sanjay Gupta. The discrediting of hemp plant was unethical and unprofessional. Scientific studies show that hemp is a superstar. THC and CBD are both cannabinoids, each with its own medical applications. Scientific studies show that CBD has far more medical benefits than THC. CBD actually also counteracts the effect of THC. For instance, if someone's smoking too much marijuana and they get a little confused or a little paranoid or whatever, you can take CBD and they'll straighten out. Generally speaking, the plant will have either CBD in it or it'll have THC. Some of them have a little bit of both, but most of them will have either one or the other. CBD actually improves memory and clarity. The list of conditions that respond favorably to CBD are staggering. I recently received a book in the mail, and the name of the book is I Want My CBD, and it was written by a fellow named Brian Popko. And he gives an index of cannabidiol studies that justify the treatment and cures for the following ailments. Now, in this book that I got, it's about 50 pages. In the back of the book, he lists the study that proves that CBD actually, here was a study done for a particular disorder, and it cured the disorder. And every one of these things I'm going to mention, he also says something about it. Okay, justify treatments and cures for the following ailments: acne, ADD, and ADHD. That's attention deficit disorder, and attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Addiction of any sort, AIDS, Alzheimer's, anorexia, antibiotic restraints or resistances, anxiety, atherosclerosis, arthritis, asthma, autism, bipolar disorders, cancer, colitis, Crohn's disease, depression, diabetes, endocrine disorders, epilepsy, seizures, fibromyalgia, glaucoma, heart disease, Huntington's disease, inflammation, irritable bowel syndrome, kidney disorders, liver disease, metabolic syndrome, migraine, mood disorders, motion sickness, multiple sclerosis, nausea, neurodegenerative diseases, neuropathic pain, obesity, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorders, osteoporosis, bone health, Parkinson's disease. Now, I'm not going to, well, he mentions mad cow disease, PTSD, schizophrenia, rheumatism, sickle cell disease, skin conditions, sleep disorder, spinal cord injuries, stress. Each of the above ailments were treated with CBD and responded well. Brian Popko's book, if you want to get more information about this, is called I Want My CBD. I Want My CBD, and the guy's name is Brian Popko, P-O-P-K-O. Now, I'm assuming you can go to Amazon and get that.
Now, how would it be administered? Would you smoke it?
No, you don't smoke it. It comes in a capsule form. Comes in a capsule form, and that's the primary way to take it. On the other hand, it also comes in an oil, and so you can take this clear oil, and it tells you exactly how many drops to put under your tongue or into some fluid, that you drink. It also comes in a spray, and you can spray it on skin conditions and things like that. So it's a really potent stuff. And the interesting thing is, like I said, every one of these things that I just read out, in the back of his book, he tells you an article you know, a scientific article, a study that was done that proved this CBD had this kind of disorder. Now, you can't get a patent on this, and I don't know what pharmaceutical firms are going to do with it, except they're probably going to kind of try to keep it quiet, because that's been their technique with other things, you know, when somebody would come up with something better than their patented product or with fewer side effects than their patented product. The interesting thing about CBD, what happened is the things backfired on the scientific people who were doing the study, simply because the scientists who did these studies were so impressed with CBD that they all of a sudden said, hey, we're going to support this stuff. This stuff should be legalized and this sort of thing. And the Department of Health and Human Services filed for and were granted a patent. And so for that reason, you know, on the cannabinoids, the patent and CBC are legal. The demand for it is going to go up and this sort of thing. By the way, it's reasonably priced and health food stores have it. In fact, if you go in the health food store, most of the time you'll see it right up there, right by the cashier, so you can see it when you're coming in the store, you know.
I remember back in the 90s when Oxycontin was released as it was the miracle pain drug, that it was non-addictive. There was no way that anybody could OD on it. It was the perfect drug. Pain centers were writing prescriptions for it. Doctors were writing prescriptions for it. And now it is going forward. It has been cleared that the drug companies can be taken to court now because of the lies of the Oxycontin. It was highly addictive. People were able to crush it up and snort it like cocaine. I understand now from one of the pharmacists that I spoke to that they have made the pill where it cannot be crushed up to where it can't be snorted like it has been in the past. We'll go back to that in just a second. Somebody does have a question. I don't want time to run out on us. What can be done for leg cramping other than the honey and vinegar?
Honey and vinegar. Now, the vinegar has to be apple cider vinegar. It can't be just white vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. Let's see. Several things. That, like, number one, make sure you're taking a multivitamin tablet also, because this can be an electrolyte imbalance and can be caused by several things. I think the other things you can do is you can do something as simple as, if you don't have an exercise program, start the exercise program. The exercise program can be as simple as just standing on your back porch and stretching, doing stretching for 10 deep breaths and stretch your muscles and this sort of thing. Or it can be as simple as just walking around the block. And each time you walk around the block, it's going to be easier to do. It's amazing. If you walk around the block for, you know, like today, you're going to get about halfway and you get tired, winded, and so forth. Well, but by the end of the month, you can walk around 2 blocks without getting tired or winded, you know, because our resistance is really built up. So we really need to do things when we get cramps like this to stay in better shape. I get leg cramps sometimes, and most of the time when I get leg cramps, it's because I've been missing my exercises. I go to Lifestyle every morning and I work out. Well, I'll miss that sometimes, and you know, like I may go for a week or so without doing it, and when I do, that's when I start getting these little bizarre symptoms, and I don't know exactly what they are, and then I realize, hey, I haven't been using these muscles. I need to do that more. But I think doing things like drinking too many colas, you know, things like that can cause the cramps, and it's kind of like, hey, stop drinking the colas and drink something healthy like carrot juice or just filtered water.
The hemp that we've been talking about, is that actually marijuana, a derivative of marijuana, or a synthetic of marijuana? What exactly is hemp? What is the definition of it?
Well, let's see, 50 years ago or so forth, when 70 years ago, when hemp was discredited by DuPont and Hearst with and some of these big manufacturers, they created the name marijuana. That was a Hispanic name, a Spanish name, and they started calling hemp marijuana, and they produced little movies showing people were crazy with marijuana, and marijuana was a kind of dirty word.
The 60s
now actually hemp is hemp, but also we've given it that name marijuana, so hemp is marijuana. On the other hand, the thing in marijuana that gets people in trouble is too much THC. You know, that's what people like to do to get a high on. In reality, though, it's kind of like when you compare marijuana or hemp to alcohol, marijuana is much safer.
I would, in the past of working in a convenience store, I would rather have had somebody that was smoking marijuana than somebody who had been drinking, because that person that had been smoking marijuana, all they wanted was barbecue potato chips, corn nuts, and something to drink without alcoholic. You didn't know whether he was a fun drunk or a mean drunk. You never knew what you were dealing with that alcoholic.
Yeah.
Or the drink, or the drunk.
Well, and then the other thing is tobacco. Now, you know, we smoke tobacco and this sort of thing, and hemp is safer than tobacco. You know, marijuana is safer than tobacco. Hemp and marijuana are the same things because we've given them the same name. On the other hand, with this article, with the talk from Sanjay Gupta, and with reading this article that I did, I Want My CBD, the thing that we do with the what we're trying to do now with the names is we're trying to say, okay, if it's marijuana, it's got high THC in it. If it's hemp, it just has high CBD in it. And so we want the high CBD. That's the super thing that's curing everything. And by curing everything, they use two super words. They say it brings balance back to all the systems in your body. And then the other thing they say is brings homeostasis. You know, everything is functioning better, peaceful, more or less. This kind of thing. When our body gets out of whack, you know, pain and things like that are good symptoms that kind of wake us up. Like the cramp is your body saying, hey, you're doing something that's out of balance, now get back in balance. And very often it's because of something we're eating. Now, don't drink Diet Colas because they have aspartame in them. That's a very dangerous kind of thing. Why we have it in there, I don't know. And then there are other things too, you know, like just anything that they put into to increase the shelf life or to make it more appealing to us is generally unhealthy for us.
If somebody who doesn't know what fibromyalgia is and has never suffered with it, you don't know what pain is. And there have been, of course, in the past, I've dealt with doctors who have told me when I was trying to figure out what the heck was going wrong, why, back in the 90s, I've told, you're crazy, you've got problems, and deep-rooted mental problems, and went all the way to Duke University for Duke University Medical Center for a doctor to just tell me, he said, you've got fibromyalgia. You just got to learn to deal with it and live with it. And trying to look for alternative ways to deal with the pain other than having to take the pain medication. It's not easy because there are some days that the pain is so bad you want to just get into a fetal position and just stay there. Okay, now listen to this. Buy this little thing that I just talked about with CBD. The chances are you can go to the health food store and for either 20 or 30 bucks get probably 60 capsules of CBD. And you can take those CBD capsules. Okay, they'll probably cost you about 30 bucks, I said. You can take those, and the chances are that'll take your pain away. I mean, it's worth a try, you know. And so, things like that. Pain can be your symptom and your friend. It's your way of saying. It's your body's way of saying to you, you're out of balance. You're doing something that's unhealthy. Now get back into doing something that's healthy. Fibromyalgia just means my fibers and my muscles and my bones are in pain. You know, it starts off by being a symptom, and now we make it a diagnosis. And no reason as to why. Nobody's ever been able to tell me why or how or what, other than quite possibly the trauma of a ruptured disc and having to have back surgery. Could have set it off. Oh, yeah. A trauma in the body. That could have done it. So, that's... So. But keep this in mind. That may be correct, but there are other things too that are correct, like everything is treatable, controllable, or curable, and it's just a matter of how do I get on that plane.
what do I do? What do I stop doing that I'm doing that's unhealthy, and what do I start doing that's healthy for me and that can, stop this stuff?
One of the main things is get up, get out of that bed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are times that I give up. I don't give up, but I do have to give into it, and I just cannot move. I cannot. It hurts to breathe, but there are days where.
It sounds like you need to buy a jacuzzi and put it next to your bed.
For a swimming pool, I need a pool, an indoor pool.
Well, and you need a little area that's heated up, you see, because you can get in that hot water. I can be in pain like this, hurt all over, and get in the jacuzzi, and in 5 minutes, boy, the circulation's improved. I've improved this sort of thing. Other thing is you might try taking ginkgo biloba, because it's kind of like if your small blood vessels aren't getting enough blood to your muscles and to your fibrous tissue and things like that, that could be causing the pain. And so if I start getting a good blood supply to all these places, then the pain goes away.
Okay. Well, Dr. Bob, we've made it to 9:09, ABC News, and I will get to see you next Thursday.
Fantastic.
All righty. We're going to ABC News already in progress.
To a storm as powerful as Maria. We spoke to one woman who simply said, "The winds took my house away." She was huddled in a bathroom with 5 family members, her husband and her kids, 2 dogs as well, and she watched as her living room just flew off.
The rush is on for Senate Republicans trying to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. After September 30th, the bill will need more than a simple majority to pass. The thing most people have been talking about, whether this bill denies coverage or not. ABC's Mary Bruce is on Capitol Hill.
The president and Republican leaders insist this bill includes coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. And there is language about this in the bill, but it includes no guarantees. So some people with pre-existing conditions could end up paying more.
Jimmy Kimmel using his late-night talk show to criticize the bill. Republicans say he doesn't understand the details. He says he's read it, and he does. You're listening to ABC News.
Attention all CPAP users. This is an important message regarding your CPAP machine and your health.
If my husband's CPAP machine isn't cleaned well, it could make him sick. But with the So Clean sanitizer, we don't have to worry.
I'm Dr. Joseph Cranen, a sleep apnea specialist. If you're using a CPAP machine, you could develop a respiratory illness if it's not cleaned properly. That's why I strongly recommend So Clean, the world's first automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. So Clean kills 99.9% of CPAP germs and bacteria without hazardous chemicals, and it works on all popular CPAPs.
Try So Clean risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-585-7700.
We just drop the mask in the So Clean and walk away. No more washing by hand every day, and no more getting sick from a dirty CPAP.
This risk-free offer won't last. Call now. 800-585-7700. Or visit trysoclean.com. Joseph Cranen is a paid participant.
The White House is not commenting on a new report that Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price has been using private jets paid for with tax dollars to attend private events.
These trips racked up a price tag in the tens of thousands of dollars. And it is not just the health secretary that we're talking about here. 3 members of the Trump administration are now under scrutiny for their travel.
ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega, an HHS department spokesperson, says commercial travel isn't always available to meet the secretary's demanding schedule. Most secretaries, however, reimburse the federal government. A teacher is being called a hero for tackling a shooter yesterday morning in the cafeteria. Students at Mattoon High School in central Illinois say they heard screams and didn't know what was going on.
I was just really shocked, and I heard there was a shooter, and you didn't think it would happen at a town like this, but it did.
One student was hurt. The alleged shooter, also a student, is in custody. It is the second school shooting in the U.S. in as many days. You want a Nobel Prize? You can have it for the right price. A Nobel Prize in Chemistry awarded in 1956 to a pair of researchers will hit the auction block this week. It's part of Julian's Auctions and Idols Hollywood and More event in November. Also on the block, a replica of President Kennedy's Oval Office rocking chair he commissioned as a gift, and a mini wedding cake given to guests of President Trump's wedding to First Lady Melania Trump. This is ABC News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you